Most AI emails are boring and predictable, which is the opposite of what makes money. So in this video, I'm going to show you the right way to use AI to write emails that create super hot leads and 7 mega prompts that will make your emails look like they're written by a veteran copywriter without sounding like a robot. So first, let me show you the mistake that's stopping your AI emails from getting sales. Because once you learn how to fix this mistake, writing emails that sell becomes very easy. So take a look at this email I got yesterday. As soon as I saw this email mention my first and last name, I skipped right over it because people don't address people by their first and last name, right? No one ever says, "Hey, Bob McBob." It doesn't happen, and that's classic robot behavior. The email literally talks about itself the whole time. No one cares what you've built. It's filled with buzzwords and nothing behind these words, like seamless flow. What does that even mean? Not to mention there's no hook, there's no benefit or emotions. And here's my next question. Can you tell who wrote this? Because the way I see it, it could be written by a person, it could be written by a team, a robot, a business. You have no idea. The number one problem with AI writing is that it's trained on everything from corporate memos to subreddit cat lover threads, and this makes AI write in a safe, neutral tone. And neutral tones are awful for your business because AI's goal is to avoid offending anyone or being wrong, which means AI is too nice and it's unable to admit confusion, contradict itself, or take a bold, controversial stance. But no great writing, business, or marketing ever came from playing it safe. Most people will hear this and think, okay, so I just won't use AI then. But that's still wrong. You just need to know how to use AI the right way. Let me show you how to do that with step number 1. Deep research your big idea. The highest selling emails that don't sound sleazy all have a great big idea. You could be a terrible writer, but with a great idea, it does all the persuasion for you. One of the greatest marketers of our time, Todd Brown, says that the best ideas have these 7 components. Make sure that yours has these, right? So number 1, a bold, audacious primary promise. Number 2, it's specific. You have a story, an emotion, it's unique and new, easy to understand, and interesting. But that's not all, because there's one major element that pours jet fuel on your big idea, which is the unique piece, part, component, aspect, process, or system behind your product that delivers the primary promise, right? So why does your product work? The thing that gives prospects hope that your product will give them a result that's different than everything else they've tried. And there's 3 types of unique mechanisms that you can use. The actual mechanism, you actually have something unique in your product or service. The unspoken mechanism, it's not unique among competitors, but nobody's talking about it. So you own it in the market, right? And then there's the transubstantiated mechanism, which is a tongue twister, but you take something ordinary and make it extraordinary. And here's Todd Brown's example. Say you're selling a vitamin D supplement. Instead of saying vitamin D, you say the astronaut's nutrient, right? So you see, most people don't understand these requirements and expect AI to come up with these brilliant ideas. That's the big mistake. Instead, use AI to deep research and find these ideas with this prompt. Take a look here. So I'm going to use this deep research mega prompt to find unique mechanisms and big ideas with primary promises in Manus. Manus is the best LLM because it deep researches, it's super smart, and it uses agentic AI to basically do all the heavy lifting for you. So I'm going to enter this bad boy in here and hit search and see what great ideas it comes up with. In the meantime, if you want these 7 mega prompts that I'm going to show you that I use every day for myself and clients to easily write brilliant copy without sounding like a robot, then make sure to click the link below. In the meantime, I'm going to fill out these questions and see what we come up with. And as you can see here, Manus did a deep research and it gave me some great ideas and ranked them. The digital equity idea with the big idea, it's your email list is not merely a marketing channel, it's the most valuable liquid asset your business owns, which is pretty great. The primary promise, transform your dormant email list into high valuation business asset. So as you can see here, these are great, fantastic, and unique ideas that people are not talking about. And I simply now have over a week's worth of content that I can write, which is fantastic. Now, let's dive into the next part. Because at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, great, I got my big idea. Now I can just have AI write the rest of the email, right? Wrong. Because the second you hand this to AI without a framework, it's going to default to being boring and safe and in that tone that we talked about that you can't use for sales. So this next step is going to fix that. And that's step number 2, the brain dumping frame. The biggest problem with using AI to write your email is that it'll generate points that are generic. AI is trained to give the safest and most common answers, which is always going to be average. And in the words of Naval Ravikant, there's no demand for average anymore. So when you ask the AI, what are the main points I should make in this email, it's just going to give you terrible, terrible ideas that your competitors are already using. But your readers crave depth and specificity, right? So this is why brain dumping is so important. Number 1, you're going to take out a blank page that you can write on and use one of these 3 best performing email frameworks. There's going to be STORY, which is start, middle with a conflict, and end. PATS, which is problem, agitate, solution, and then AIDA, attention, interest, desire, and action. Pick one of these and they all work well. Next, you're going to have that framework on your paper and you're going to start brain dumping bullets of information onto them, right? Don't overthink this step. Just let your brain drool on the paper or the document or whatever you're writing in, like so. So I chose the PATS framework and I put problem. Who's experiencing the problem? What exactly is the problem? When did the problem show up? Where does it hurt? And these questions will just give me a bunch of ideas that I can just bullet a couple of words. And if I go through like agitation, what's the cost of not fixing this? And then move on to solution. What's your unique framework or method for solving this? What are the steps they need to take? By just simply adding these bullets, and of course, don't forget to add proof with like examples, data, stories, results, or case studies. So if you spend 10 to 20 minutes just brain dumping these bullet points, this is how you create specific, highly detailed, unique, and standout, great and phenomenal emails, all right? So to create this foundation of a high converting email, you now know that you need to brain dump, right? But you can use AI to start building the skyscraper on that foundation. And this is how with step number 3. Step number 3, fill in the blanks with Manus. Take your brain dumped framework, your unique mechanism, your bullet points, and hand it to AI. I'll show you exactly what to do in a second, but first, you need to understand that AI is a mirror. AI simply reflects what you feed it. If you don't give AI examples of great emails, it'll write bad emails. If you feed it high-performing emails that have your voice, your edge, your personality, and format, it's going to write emails that sound like you. So the first thing you need to do is collect examples of your past writing. And if you don't have proven emails or writing that you know will work well, you can snag my swipe file in the description below by clicking the link. So number 1, you're going to collect examples. So use mine if you don't have them. Number 2, use this email creation mega prompt, and you can just slap that bad boy right into Manus or Claude. I avoid ChatGPT like the plague. And then go make a peanut butter sandwich because AI is going to write the email for you. And when you come back after that feast, congrats. Now you got a smoking hot email ready to send out to the world. Well, not so fast because there's one mission critical step that most folks skip here. And that's the difference between an email that gets deleted and an email that gets clicked. You need to destroy the objections that your reader already has, right? And that's why you need step number 4, the objection destroyer. Remember how I told you that the number 1 problem with AI is that it writes in a safe, neutral tone? Well, the highest converting emails share bold opinions. The best copywriters speak to the reader's doubts, they call out the objections, and say the things that most people are afraid to say. But when you do that, you build massive trust with your reader because your reader by now is already thinking, why should I believe this? What's the catch? Why is this different from everything else I've tried? And if you don't address these doubts, no one's ever going to buy. And objection handling is what separates the emails that make money from the ones that don't. So take your email draft and you ask AI this question. Based on the email framework and offer, what are the top 3 objections a skeptical buyer would have, and what are they thinking that would stop them from buying? AI will spit out these exact doubts your reader has, and you'll get things like, this won't work for me because my situation is different. This sounds too good to be true. I don't have time for this. Now you just slap these bad boys in the emails with lines like, now you might be thinking this won't work for you because your situation is different, but here's why it will. Or you can try, I know you've probably tried this technique before, but let me explain why this trick is a little different. Or the last one, does this sound too good to be true? Well, take a look at what happened to Bob when he tried this. So you can get started with this by finding objections with this objection destroyer prompt. Like I said, link below in the description. But let me be clear: don't let AI write the objection handling for you. It'll be short and choppy and just it doesn't flow correctly. Only use it to identify objections you might have missed. Your voice is your edge here, so you make sure to use it. The best emails master the details. So here's how to use AI as your right-hand man to do that. And step number 5 is pimp out your email. So give me 2 minutes and I'll show you how to use AI to create irresistible emails that convert. So now that you got your rough draft, you'll need to use this prompt to remove any traces of AI writing, and you could take a look at it here. Once I've run that, next I've used this prompt to create eye-catching subject lines based on dozens of A/B tested winners I have. And look at that, you get 10 proven subject lines in seconds. Choose your favorite, then workshop the hook with this prompt. Email hooks prompt. Pick the best email hook and add the transitions with this one. And last but not least, you can add the show-stopping copy hooks that retain your reader's attention throughout the email by using my hook generator prompt. So now you know the real reason why AI kills your email sales, but there's a bigger problem we need to talk about. None of this matters if people don't see your emails in the first place, right? Because you can have the best AI prompts in the world and still make 0 sales if your email list is too small. So I made a video showing you exactly how I grew my list to 8,400 subscribers fast. Watch it next. And if you found this helpful, please make sure to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. This really helps me out. And again, the link to all these prompts is in the description below. They're completely free. And thank you so much for being here and checking this out. I appreciate you and your time. Enjoy your day.